Here comes another shocking claim made by Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu about the fate of the long-hailed, highly advanced main battle tank, the German-made Leopard, on the Russo-Ukrainian battlefield. At a conference call with military commanders on Monday this week, Shoigu announced that Russian forces have wiped out 16 Leopard tanks during the Ukrainian futile attacks in Donetsk and Zaporizhia oblasts. The defense chief believed that this number is actually 100% of the Leopard supplied by Poland and Portugal to Kiev, and that's only a fraction of Ukraine's defeats disclosed by Shoigu. Since Ukraine launched a counterattack on June 4th, 2023, the Russian army also claims to have destroyed 3 helicopters, 15 aircraft, and 920 armored vehicles, as well as intercepted 25 Storm Shadow cruise missiles and 158 rockets from the US-made HIMARS multiple launch rocket system. Ukrainian troops are estimated to have lost around 2,500 different types of armaments in various directions over the past month. How close is this claim to the truth? There has been no independent verification of the claim so far. Both Kiev and Kremlin have gained online notoriety for making exaggerated claims of significant victories during this ongoing war, attempting to downplay their battlefield losses on different occasions. Take the destruction of the Leopard tank in early June this year, for instance. Video footage depicting a tank being struck by an anti-tank guided missile and subsequently exploding was widely aired by Russian state-controlled broadcasters and news websites on June 5, 2023. While the Russian Ministry of Defense claimed that the tank was a Leopard 2A6 and it had been destroyed by Russian forces, multiple military bloggers and weapons experts soon expressed skepticism on social media, suggesting that the tank in the video was more likely a tractor sprayer than a Leopard. Ukrainian officials refrained from providing any comments regarding the utilization of their Leopard tanks in combat at the time. However, during an interview with the German network NTV a week after, Ukraine's deputy foreign minister proposed that Berlin should triple its existing offer of Leopard 2 tanks to Kiev, suggesting an increase from 18 to 54 tanks. In the midst of Russian media's claims about the destruction of Ukraine's Leopard 2 tanks, other verified reports emerged, indicating that Kiev has suffered a loss of approximately 50% of its Finnish Leopard 2R mine-clearing vehicles during a dreadful assault across a Russian minefield south of Mala Tokmachka, just 9 days into its 2023 counterattack. The coverage across various international media outlets has made it impossible to refute the fact that Ukraine has lost most of the Leopard, closing all room for further denial. Despite the veracity of Russian officials' claim, it is clear that the war has taken a heavy toll on Kiev's military, particularly with the loss of their heavily armored Leopard vehicles gifted by allies. Why so much focus on the Leopard? Well, the Ukrainian army has reportedly suffered significant losses of various weapons during the counteroffensives, with the Leopard tanks being among them. But why is the Leopard drawing greater attention and singled out as Kiev's most significant setback? To answer this question, we have to trace back to January 20th, 2023. At that time, Ukraine's allies had already supplied a multitude of aircraft, artillery pieces, and various weapon systems to aid the country in its defense against Russia. However, amidst the world's shifting attention towards unmanned drones, cyber warfare, and other emerging technologies that were predicted as the weapons of the future, Ukraine's military chiefs repeatedly requested hundreds of Western tanks for the upcoming phase of the war. To counter Moscow's forces and break through lines of trenches in locations such as Luhansk and the Zaporizhia region, Kiev was turning back to the traditional land army equipment of 20th century warfare. And the tanks that the leaders crave were not just any tanks. Specifically, They desired NATO standard battle tanks, with the German-made Leopard and the US Abrams placed on the first row of their call. Since the start of the Russian invasion in February 20th, 21, Ukraine has primarily relied on Soviet-era tanks. They have also managed to capture approximately 500 tanks from Russian forces over the past 2 years. Nonetheless, many analysts emphasize the need for Ukraine to have mobility combined with heavy firepower. They believe that Ukraine requires equipment capable of effectively neutralizing Russian tanks from a distance if they are to have any chance of launching an offensive. Tanks like the Leopard 2 would provide Ukraine with a formidable armored capability capable of breaking through Russia's defense lines. Although the British Challenger 2 model would represent a notable upgrade over the Soviet-era tanks currently utilized by Ukrainian forces, it cannot match the German Leopard 2 in terms of capability. The Leopard 2 can accurately engage a target the size of a refrigerator while on the move, at a distance of 1.9 miles. Furthermore, the Leopard 2 operates on diesel, which is easier to acquire compared to kerosene. How many Leopards Ukraine actually have? The country reportedly received its first Western heavy tank in February 20th, 23. As of July 4th, 2023, Ukraine has acquired a combined total of 25 Leopard 2 tanks. Out of these, Germany has supplied 18 units of the latest version Leopard 2, renowned for their exceptional strength and advanced features. Furthermore, Poland has delivered 14 Leopard 2 A4 tanks, and Portugal has contributed 3 Leopard 2 A6 tanks. With the alleged destruction of 16 Leopards by Russia, Ukraine currently still has approximately 9 Leopards remaining, and there is more about this Leopard saga. Recently, a video surfaced revealing the continued possession and active utilization of other Leopard tanks by the Ukrainian military. The footage showcases an upgraded 2A4U model, which is a unique tank that hasn't been officially sold. In the brief clip, the German-made tank is seen equipped with additional Contact 1 explosive reactive armor and rubber screens. This marks one of the rare instances where the Soviet-designed contact armor has been implemented on a German-made tank. The Leopard tanks are indeed a valuable asset to the Ukrainian military, and the Kremlin seems unable to turn away from the presence of the Leopard. They have even engaged in psychological warfare, mocking the Leopard as the toothless cats after the tank was destroyed. Will their loss weaken Ukraine to the point where it becomes difficult for them to win the war? Well, as the war unfolds, the cards will eventually fall where they may. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.